You know, in our Groom Trail segment, we like to get out and pound some miles out. So we want a snowmobile that's going to be easy to drive, pretty effortless, have some good creature features with hot grips, decent wind protection, so we can put on some miles. You know, sometimes the Groom trails aren't always perfectly smooth either. You got some trail chatter, so we need sleds that'll take rid of that too. And this year, Polaris has given us just that sled that we need, and that is the Polaris XC 850 with the 129. And that chassis and that new Patriot motor is awesome. I mean, you look at this motor, it's new from the ground up, and it has so much power. It's one of the quickest sleds out there.
And this thing was cool for me because it, you know, coming from the snowcross background, you can tell they've incorporated a lot of this stuff. I mean, the 850, the new Patriot motor, the thing rips. It's crazy fast. It's unreal how fast these things will go on the trail. And then the way that they've incorporated the snowcross stuff, the thing handles amazing. So, you know, a lot of the time, like, the trail wasn't that rough, but you can just tell the cornering and everything, you know, it's transferred from snowcross, so the thing bites well. I mean, there's no ski lift, like it bites in the corners, and it really does handle excellent on these Groom trails.
When you put that thing into a corner and grab a handful of throttle, it's gone. I mean, it's an unbelievable setup, and I think they nailed it on that new motor.
It sits you up a little bit higher. You feel like you can ride aggressively, but it's still super comfortable. That 129 track length works well in the Groom Trail segment as well. It doesn't seem to push very hard, and you know, mated with that new 850cc motor for this year, man, I tell you what, this sled is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
The Arctic Cat Thundercat, this thing was fun. So this year they've lowered the front end an inch, which honestly on the trail has made it corner unbelievable. You know, it doesn't push hardly at all. I mean, and it's got a ton of power. The thing got a turbo, so you know, sometimes you get this thing wound up and you're moving down the trail.
Lowered to the ground, you know, the aerodynamics and how it attacks and grabs the ground. We pick up sometimes 3, 5, maybe 6 mile an hour faster with the Thundercat setup.
The Arctic Cat Thundercat was a beast of a sled, but I really enjoyed riding it. That eye-act was amazing to be able to toggle between soft, medium, and firm.
And that's a 3-position adjustable on the fly Fox shock that you can really start it soft, medium, or firm. And again, you can adjust them on the fly, which is awesome. It really makes it, you know, convenient for that user that's on the Groom Trail. They also lowered it an inch this year, which keeps it planted in the corners. Really, really nice. You know, it doesn't push. It's just really controllable. You know, even at the high speeds of that 9,000
New Renegade Enduro with the 900 Ace Turbo. This thing was amazing. You know, it's got 3 different modes, so you can have the sport mode, the normal mode, or the economy mode, you know, just for a leisure ride. And then the carbides have adjustability, the suspension's adjustable. I mean, so serious, this thing was awesome. It's like driving a car, you know, the throttle's electronic. I mean, so if we're cruising down the trail, this thing is as luxurious as it can be.
Being able to switch that air ride suspension was great. Some of the other guys that I ride with are a little heavier than I am, and so it was really nice to switch it to work better for me and be a little softer.
The Ski-Doo Renegade Enduro with the 900 Ace, brand new motor for this year, was really a fun sled to ride. In our conditions yesterday, it was super cold, so the nice tall windshield, some of the plush amenities were very, very nice to ride. The specific model that we rode had the Pilot DS adjustable skis, which really worked well because we got a little bit of fresh snow overnight, and those skis being able to dial in the carbide really made it handle well in the corners, and just a great Groom Trail sled.
Yamaha Sidewinder SRX. They brought back that cool blue color and the name SRX, which means one thing: performance. Between Arctic Cat and Yamaha put a package together that is just a blast to ride. I had all the different SRXs from, you know, back in '77 on up to current, and the new one is not disappointing me in the least. That is a blast to drive. The new suspension, you can set it to the suspension levels for if you want to firm it up medium to a soft ride. You can make it, just set it for what you want to ride, and the performance is there. You hit the throttle and you know it. Sledhead 24/7's Groom Trail Sled of the Year is, of course, the Polaris XC 129 with the 850 Patriot motor. This is a new platform for Polaris with an all-new motor, and I think they hit a home run with this one.